Hi guys! Today I'm going to be doing a testing video and it's going to be on ASDA makeup. They've recently just brought out this new makeup line in ASDA and I was really intrigued to use it. I seen someone else's video on YouTube called Just Jodes and it really intrigued me, so I'm going to have a go at it. So I picked up a few things. I picked up 7 things, but that was the only things I could pick up. There wasn't really much there. So the first thing I have is the foundation, which is the George Matte Lightweight Matte Foundation. I got my shade in Warm Beige. There wasn't very much of a range of shades, I must say, but I think there was around 5 or 6, which isn't too bad for like a really cheap foundation. So like I said, I've got my shade in Warm Beige. So this is the packaging. I think it's really pretty actually. It's obviously not the most expensive looking, but I think it's really pretty for ASDA makeup. Like I said, it's like really runny, as you can tell. It's literally just dropping everywhere. So I'm just going to blend this in with a Duo Fiber contour brush from Real Techniques and just blend it in. The colour is actually quite good for my fake tan, which is nice. Smells a bit weird. I'm actually really liking it. I really like the shade, and the coverage is actually really nice. I wouldn't say it's super full coverage, but it's definitely medium, and I think you could definitely build it up to full. Yeah, and I definitely say it's matte as well. It's sort of got a little bit of a glow to it, but really not much. By the time I set my foundation, it's normally pretty matte anyway. I definitely like that foundation. I'm really impressed with it. It's really runny, so be careful with it. But I really like it. I really like the finish. I really like the coverage. So that is definitely going in my good pile. I would rate that out of 10 for probably about 7. And this was £5, so it's not too bad. That's definitely obviously a lot cheaper than a few drugstore foundations and things like that, but yeah, definitely I like that one. So next I got the Illuminate Concealer, which is for apparently under eyes, so let's have a look. It's like one of those dupes for the YSL one. Let's hope it doesn't take like 10 years to come up. Oh, here we go. So I got mine in the shade Light, as I wanted it to obviously brighten. I hope I did anyway. Yes, I did. Oh no. Okay, that's definitely not light. It's definitely not lighter than my foundation anyway. If this is what they call light, then God knows what the medium and dark is, because that is really bad. Okay, so the coverage isn't bad. Once I start blending it in, it sort of matches to my foundation, which is good, because if it was darker, that would just be a hot mess. But I would definitely need at least like 2-3 shades darker to make it brighten and illuminate. It'd be good for darker skin tones, but definitely not for my skin tone. And I am pale, but my fake tan, I'm not exactly pale, so I would try and avoid this one if you are paler than me. Okay, so I haven't got any powder to use today, so I'm going to be just setting my face really quickly off camera. Okay, for contouring and highlighting, I've got the 4 shade contour palette, which looks like this. It's quite pretty packaging, just some random girl in front. but this is contouring powder palette. It does have a lighter shade in here, which I did not realise, so I'm going to pop some under my eyes and see if I can make it any brighter. Okay, that's made it worse. I'm going to have to match the other side now. Oh no. Really, really clinging to my skin and made it look really, really cakey. That's great! So for contour, I'm going to use this shade here, which is so dark. So I'm going to use a fluffy brush so it's not too harsh. Just going to use this Morphe brush, which is the M509 brush. Use the tiniest amount. It looks okay so far. Okay, and then for bronzer I'm going to use this colour here. The contour shade actually looks okay. I don't know whether it looks a bit muddy, I'm not too sure. So this shade that you do really have to build up, which is a good thing sometimes, because if you're a beginner at makeup and if you go full in with a bronzer and it's really pigmented, it's gonna take a long time to to blend out. So gradual is better sometimes than really full coverage. Okay, so I do actually like that bronzer. I'm not too sure if I would use it every day, but I think for the purpose of this video, I think I really like it. And then for highlighter, I'm going to be taking this colour here with sort of like a pinky colour. Quite a cool toned colour. And then just use it on a packing brush like this, which is the brush set which I put down in the description a couple of videos ago. I mean, it looks bright from the side, but I don't know about it looking like this way. I don't know if it looks a bit muddy. Okay, that's definitely not my favourite highlighter. I sort of think it's sort of like a blush-y toned in the same time, so I don't think it was best to probably pop it on the tops of my cheekbones, but oh well, it looks kind of nice. And then for my eyebrows, I've got this little pomade, which I never normally use a pomade anymore. I normally just use a brow pencil. So this will be a nice change. Sorry, I haven't been telling you the prices, have I? So this was £5. That was the last thing I used, actually, wasn't it? Yeah. And this was £2.50, I think. That was £3.50. So this one, it comes with a little brush on it as well, which I'm going to try and use. Don't know how far we'll get, but the shade I'm using is medium. They only had a medium and a dark, so. Okay, this brush isn't working out. I can't use that. Okay, I like it. It's definitely too dark for me. I sort of feel like it looks like black on me, but that is the lightest shade they had, which is insane. Definitely need to sort that out. But I definitely like the formula and I really want to use it again. Okay, overall I actually really like it. Like I said, I really like the formula, but definitely it's a little bit too dark for me. This was really cheap as well. I think it was, no, I think the concealer was £2.50 and this is £3.50. Next I have this eyeshadow palette. This was £5, which I think is really good, you know, for 8 shades. Some of them are really pretty. We've got like a couple of warm shades up here and then a few shimmers and black in there, which is good. So let's have a go. I'm just going to take a Morphe blending brush. I'll show you now the lid's off, you can sort of see the colours. I'm going to take this shade here, which is the warm browner colour. You get a brush in it, but I'm definitely not using that. This is a really, really nice shade actually. Okay, next I'm going to take this darker brown shade here and then just pop a tiny bit on the brush and then just blend it into the outer corner, sort of up to midway.
A bit onto the outer corner.
So far I'm actually really, really liking it. There's a tiny bit of kickback when you put your brush in. But overall I'm actually really, really liking it. I'm going to use a tiny, tiny bit of the black and then just put that onto the outer corner of my eye. And then with the packing brush, this is a Zoe Velux Smoky Shader Brush. I'm going to be taking this shade here, which as you can tell is really, really pretty. And then just popping that all over my lid. Oh, it's really, really pretty. And this isn't with any sort of setting spray at all. I think with setting spray it'd definitely be a lot brighter, which most shades are from any palette. And then on the other side of the brush I'm just going to take this white shade just so I can brighten up the inner corner a little bit. I'm really, really impressed with that eyeshadow palette. I would definitely use it again, and I definitely recommend it for beginners as well, because it's obviously not, it's probably not as pigmented as, you know, your standard eyeshadow palette, sorry. You definitely are able to build it up a lot more and definitely create a lot more of a smoky eye rather than being too harsh and trying to blend it out. So now I have the mascara, which is the Big Flirt Volumizing Mascara, which looks like this. Let's just see how this goes. It's a really big brush, which I'm not too keen on, because I'm normally really messy with my mascara. Definitely taking a lot of building up. It looks pretty, but I quite like sort of a little bit clumpy on my mascara. So it definitely takes a lot of building up. Okay, that's probably as best as it's gonna get. To be honest, it looks really, really pretty. My eyelashes are quite long anyway, so that's sort of helping. So next is the lipstick, which is just like that. I don't think it is as good as the other packaging. I got this shade, which is Cloud 9, as this was the only nude shade they had, and you know, I like my nudes. Inside's really nice actually. So this is a really, really pretty nude shade, sort of an orangey sort of tone. It smells like coffee, which I don't like. Takes a lot of building up, it's quite sheer. Okay, I don't think it's too bad. It feels really, really comfortable. It's matte, which I like, and the colour is really pretty once you build it up. This is £4 as well, which, I mean, you probably could find a better lipstick for maybe like £5 or something. So it's not, you know, it's not overly cheap, and it's not really, really expensive at all. So I really hope you liked this video. I think that I definitely found some winners in there. I really liked the eyeshadow palette, the foundation, the mascara was okay, the concealer I definitely probably won't use again because it's not light enough for me. The contour shades weren't too good. Like, I kind of like them. It looks quite pretty at the moment. But my highlighter looks really, really muddy, I think. It looks okay on camera, but definitely not in person. So please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments if you'd like me to test out any other makeup brands, and I will see you in my next video.